Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi was born in September 1924 in Kurengwo village, Sacho, Baringo County. He was born during the early hours of the evening, gaining him the name Toroitich, loosely translating to welcoming the cows home. He was the son to Kimoi Chebi and Kabon Chebi. However, he was raised by his uncle following the death of his father when he was only 4 years of age. At a young age, he attended African Inland Mission School in Kabartonjo and later Kapsabet, where he was baptized and given the name Daniel. He later joined Kapsabet High School after the colonial government turned down his request to join his dream school, Alliance High. Following the completion of his secondary school education, Moi joined Tambach Teachers Training College, which propelled him into a career in education at the age of 21. He taught in Kabarnet and Tambach High Schools before joining the Legislative Council for Rift Valley in 1955. In 1950, Moi married Lena Tungo Moi and they had 8 children, 3 girls and 5 boys: Jennifer, Doris, June, Jonathan, Raymond, John Mark, Philip and Gideon. The political blood in the professor of politics led him to join hands with fellow Legislative Council member Ronald Ngala to form the Kenya African Democratic Union, KADU, which consisted of politicians that were opposed to KANU's ideology. Following independence, Jomo Kenyatta convinced Moi and the KADU leadership to dissolve the party and join KANU. They subsequently did this in 1964 and Moi was appointed Minister of Home Affairs. In 1967, Kenyatta appointed Moi as his vice president, a post he held until Kenyatta's death in 1978 when he succeeded Kenyatta. President Moi was well known for his love for education and the environment. During the Nyayo days, Moi took the initiative to curb soil erosion that had been an issue at the time. He pushed for the construction of gabions and planting of trees to improve the environment. Several schools were also built during the Nyayo era, with the famous Nyayo Milk Initiative running through the 1980s and 90s. This initiative provided milk daily to all public primary schools in the country. Moi was elected OEU chairman in 1981, a post he held until 1983. This put Kenya on the international map as an African powerhouse. President Moi's rule was filled with several ups and downs politically. In 1982, a faction of the Air Force planned and attempted a coup on the Moi government, which failed. This was followed by a push for multi-party politics a few years later. Moi led the country until 2002 when he handed over power peacefully to President Mwai Kibaki following a victory against KANU's Uhuru Kenyatta. Following retirement, Moi led a quiet life, focusing on his push for high-quality education. He spent most of his time at his Kabarak home and occasionally answered the call to service, such as when President Mwai Kibaki appointed him as a special envoy to negotiate a peace treaty between Sudan and